Okay, a banded RDL. Basically on the banded RDL, you want to get a standard resistance band and anchor it to any surface. I like to loop mine through just like that, okay? And you want it to be even with your hips. You're gonna step through this again. All right, and then you're going to step away, creating tension in your glutes. You'll notice the band is already trying to push me back. You have to take a few steps out to create that tension. The goal here is feet should be a little wider than shoulder width, chest out, shoulders back, and then this is actually going to help you learn to hip hinge, which is good for squats and deadlifts and a lot of other exercises. So basically your goal here is to feel a really big stretch in your hamstrings. So hip hinge. So let me get a little bit more tension here, and then it's pulling my glutes, pulling my glutes, pulling my glutes. Right here, I feel a ton of tension in my hamstrings, in both hamstrings, all right? From there, you're actually gonna thrust up and out. Up and out. This position, clench those glutes as hard as you can. Clench the glutes and flex the hamstrings. Hamstrings, basically get those toes and pull them, all right? They're getting a hold of the ground and you're pulling back. That's gonna help you really contract those hamstrings. Clench the glutes and pull the floor back. All right, so once again, let it take you back, good stretch, and then up and forward. Back, up and forward. All right, this is a standard crunch with your feet flat. Feet flat on the ground. The thing with the crunch is you're initiating the movement by bringing your upper body up and then towards your knees. By doing that, you're contracting your upper and mid abdominal region. So basically, the goal here, your abs attach at the pelvis and the sternum. Getting them close together is contracting the abs. Separating them this way, you're stretching. You're getting a full stretch and then a full contraction. All right, feet flat. I like to keep my hands behind my head for support. Key thing here is don't pull on your head. Don't hurt your neck. You will hurt your neck if you do that. So basically, hands for support. Nice stretch and breathe out. You want to exhale as you contract your abs. Out and then forcefully contract, exhale, relax and inhale, and then back out again. Front raises. I like to keep palms neutral, meaning palms are facing one another. Keep your core tight. Dumbbell squeeze press. Basically, this is a similar situation to, or similar setup to a bench press with dumbbells. However, the goal here is to get these dumbbells together, press them together as hard as you can, and keep them that way throughout this whole exercise. Again, you're not just pressing the weight up, you're squeezing the dumbbells together while you press the weight up. That's a dumbbell. This is an elbow plank vacuum. All right, here's the thing. You want to do a standard elbow plank. Elbow plank, but the vacuum is getting this, you want your belly button and you want to suck it back all the way to your spine. You want to do that and you want to exhale as much as possible. Get all of that air out of here, okay? Blow out, exhale, get the air out and focus on really sucking in those abs by getting that belly button closer to your spine. That is the vacuum. So, elbow plank. Here, and you want your back and neck to be rigid. You don't want your hips to sag all the way down here. You don't want your butt all the way up in the air. Nice, firm here. Keep your core tight. Breathe out. That's exhaling forcefully, and I'm getting my belly button and I'm sucking it all the way up to my spine. Let air back in. Breathe out again. That's another vacuum. Elbow plank vacuum. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do a plyometric push-up. Plyometric push-up is great for power, strength, and muscle density. It's something that's really cool, doesn't require any type of equipment at all. Basically what you're gonna do is get a standard position for the push-up. Get into a standard push-up position, hands slightly wider than shoulder width, hands rotated out, and then nice and slow and controlled on the way down. Once you're at the bottom of the rep, lock in that core, lock in that spine, keep everything tight, glutes tight, and you're gonna push yourself up as hard as possible, all right? Catch yourself, reset, and then do it again. Show you what it looks like. Plyometric push-up. All right, I'm gonna show you how to do a regular push-up. The goal with the push-up is not get your hands too far apart. You'll see a lot of people get their hands really far apart, all right? You basically, what I like to do is go right to shoulder width and then take them out a few inches, just like that. And from this position, rotate your palms slightly. Rotate those fingers out. That's gonna create a little less stress. It's gonna take some of the stress off of your shoulder joints by creating some external rotation with the humerus, which is gonna give you more clearance at the bottom of the movement. So that's crucial when you're doing push-ups, because if you do push-ups incorrectly for a long time, it's gonna be hard on your shoulders. All right, that being said, hopefully you can see me here. Again, a little wider than shoulder width. Rotate these out. And you want to make sure that your spine and neck are rigid and your core is tight and nice, full range of motion. All the way down, all the way up. Down, up. This is a seated knee tuck. Seated knee tuck, basically what you're gonna do is get your hands back here behind you for support. All right, you'll notice here, there's nothing happening, all right? So I'm gonna get my feet up here. Knee tuck basically means you're tucking your knees into your chest. But you'll notice as soon as you lift your feet from the ground, you're creating tension in your abs. That's what you want. You want to create that tension, and you're going to tuck your knees to your chest, and then you're going to extend your feet out. Extend those feet out, get those legs out. The farther you are away from your abs, the more resistance you're adding to the exercise. So basically here, initiate that contraction, knees in, out. In, out. You'll notice as I go out, I lean back. Come in, I lean forward. I'm contracting those abs. By getting that full extension here, you're placing more emphasis on the lower abs, which is what I want you to focus on with this exercise. Another lower ab exercise. Out, knees tucked. Okay, Tricon banded bicep curls. All right, here's the thing. Tricon set 9 reps. First 3 are explosive reps. Next 3 are 10-second isometric holds. Last 3 are full range of motion, super slow reps. Here's the thing with a band. The stronger you are, the more tension you need to create, the wider you want to step, okay? If you don't have a whole lot of strength, you haven't done Tricon sets before, then bring your stance in slightly, and it's going to be a little less tension on the band. So it's all up to your current strength and fitness level. All right, let me get a little bit wider. One last thing I want to mention. When you're doing a Tricon set with a band, the holds are at the highest stretched position of the band, okay? You want to get as much tension as possible. Also, when you're holding it, pull the band apart. You're not just holding the band up. Pull the band apart with each hand and then try to rotate those wrists as high as possible. Get those pinkies up higher than the thumb if possible. All right, so we are going to start with our hands slightly inside shoulder width, shoulders back, chest out, abs tight, and 3 explosive. 1, 2, 3 explosive, and then go right into your first hold. You'll notice my pinkies are being rotated up. This is called supination. You want to get those pinkies up high, and the bands are being pulled apart. 2007, 2008, 2009, 10. Relaxed position, right back up into another hold. 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 10. You can do one more isometric hold, pull them apart, rotate. Hard peak contractions. You should feel this really intensely in your biceps. 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. Now we're going to do full range of motion, super slow. 2001, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2001, 2, 3, 4 up, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a Tricon banded overhead press. Great shoulder exercise you can do at home or anywhere as long as you have a band. Here's the thing, different levels depending on the length of your band for a shoulder press, all right? I'm gonna show you the mid-level. Advanced level is stepping on the band, raising the weight up, okay? You'll notice it's gonna create a lot more tension because you're creating a larger stretch, more resistance in the band. The beginner level, if you need to do a beginner level, is the seated version. You're sitting and then you're bringing this up over your knees, okay? It's a lot shorter resistance. I'm going to show you the mid-level, which is going to be kneeling, but this is a standard kneel. I'm going to do more of a lower kneeling position. This is what a lot of people will be doing, especially initially if you haven't done one of my Tricon sets. Tricon sets, 9 reps. The first 3 are explosive reps, followed by 3 10-second isometric holds. Here's the deal. When you're doing an isometric hold with a resistance band, you're holding the weight at the tightest part of the stretch. So you're also going to focus on creating more tension in your delts. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, 3 explosive, 3 10-second isometric holds, and then 3 super slow full range of motion reps. So let's start with the explosive. Basically on the explosive, you're gonna drive the weight up, the bands, as quickly and as hard as possible. Keep your core tight, shoulders back, chest up. Explode, nice and slow. Explode for 2, nice and slow. Explode for 3. All right, on the first isometric hold, again, locked out position, and then spread the bands apart. That's going to create more tension in the outer delts. So 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. You're going to do a 10-second hold here. You're not just locking your elbows. You'll notice your elbows are up, and then they're driving apart. Nice. You're going to relax down and then go right back up into your second rep and then pull apart. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. The pulling apart is going to create a lot of tension. You should definitely feel this in your delts. Again, you're going to come back to a relaxed position, right back into your third hold. 1, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. This is going to be your third hold. And then you're going to go into your super slow rep. Super slow meaning full range of motion. And on the full range of motion, we're going to start at the beginning, and then we're going to go 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, all the way down 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Also 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. You'll notice I'm still pulling the band apart. That's going to continue to keep tension in those delts all the way down to the bottom. If you're just relaxed inside, you'll notice the band isn't really doing much. If you keep that tension out, you're keeping tension on the delts. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. All right, dumbbell goblet squat. I really like the goblet squats. Basically, you want a single dumbbell or a kettlebell, and you keep it right up against your chest. Keep it close to your body. Don't allow the weight to go away from your body. Keep it in here nice and tight. Also, wide stance when you're doing your goblet squat. Wide stance, bring those toes out slightly. Same with all squats is hip hinge first. Break at the hips by getting your glutes back. Then sink down into the squat position. When you're sinking down into the squat position, make sure your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes, and especially on the way up. A lot of people have the tendency to collapse their knees in when you're doing any type of squat movement, and that creates a lot of stress on your knees. So basically, those are the main things: hip hinge, dumbbell or kettlebell into your body, upright torso, knees tracking same direction as your toes. Okay, Tricon push-ups. Tricon sets, 9 reps, 3 explosive, followed by 3 10-second isometric holds, and then 3 super slow reps, full range of motion. 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. On the first part of the explosive reps, I'm going to utilize plyometric push-ups. The 3 explosive reps should be as explosive as you can go. So basically, we are all starting at different strength levels, fitness levels, conditioning levels. So if your explosive rep is just down and forcefully contracting up without plyometrically pushing yourself, that's fine. Do what you can comfortably do. I'm going to show you the plyo version. So I'm going to throw myself up for 3 reps. And on the holds, it's basically mid-range. You don't want to rest at the bottom and hold. You don't want to be right at the very top and hold. You want to be right at the mid-range. And while you're at the mid-range, your mental mindset should be pushing your hands together. That's what you're going to do for each 10-second rep. Mentally focus on driving those hands together. That's going to create a massive contraction in your chest. You're not just hanging out in the mid-range and waiting for 10 seconds. That's still a difficult movement, still difficult isometric. So if that's all you can do now, fine, but focus on progression. Gradually get to where when you're in that mid-range hold, you are really trying to drive those hands together. All right, that being said, we're going to do the first 3 explosive. 1, 2, 3, and then mid-range there, hold, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Again, I'm focused on really driving my hands together. You'll notice this is a lot more difficult than it looks. 1 10-second hold, right back to the mid-range. We're doing it all over again, okay? 1004, 1005, 6, 1007, 1008, 1009, 10, and you're going to do 1 more 10-second hold at the mid-range. If you need to get to where, let me rephrase that. If you get to where this is very difficult for you, it's okay to get down on your knees if you have to finish these off. The key is getting them all done. 10 seconds. All right, 3, super slow, 1001, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Full range of motion. 1001, 2, 3, 4. 1001, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 1001, 2, 3, 4. 1001, 2, 3, 4. 9 reps. tricon push-ups.